Today we are going over the 3 easiest ways that you can become an R6 champion. Boys and girls, welcome back to Think Like a Champion, where I go solo queue into champion rank, explain all my thoughts and plans so that you too can think like an R6 champion. Today we are talking about 3 of the easiest ways to get to champion, because that's the end goal. Get to the highest rank. Get good enough so you can actually get to the highest rank. So I'm going to be covering 3 different playstyles that are very simple and very easy to use so that you can win your games much easier. And they're very different from each other. We'll start by saying that, but they are all valid ways to play, and I'll explain which one's my favorite and why. And if you've been around the Poxonlox channel for a while, you may already know what my favorite playstyle for the game is. So we'll get to that in a moment. We are starting out on the attack on Outback. Throughout this match, I'm going to try to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing at the same time while adapting these 3 easy methods. So hopefully it works out. I guess we'll see. We're starting on attack. They will probably be like the laundry room. So already I'm kind of thinking, where are they going to be? And the first playstyle we'll probably use is just the brain dead playstyle. This is a playstyle that is very valid. It's where you just pick operators that their abilities are very simple. You're picking Ash, or you're picking Finka. You're using an LMG, or you're just using the best gun to try and basically kill as many people as possible without droning, without using utility, unless you really, really need to. And this is a very valid playstyle. It is by far one that I am not familiar with using or use very often, because I think it's probably one of the most boring ways to play the game, but it definitely works, because in rank 2.0, and the way rank 2.0 works is a lot of the time, if you are in champion rank, you're playing people of a lower skill level. You're playing golds, or you're playing emeralds. So as long as you can out-aim those people, you will kill enough people to actually win. There are so many players that use this playstyle that hit champion because they just don't care. The no fear, just the stupidity of it is actually so dumb that it actually works, because a lot of the time people don't know how to adjust and adapt to it because you're not actually playing against people at the top rank. That being said, it's a dangerous one to pick up, because if you do play any players who are essentially competent enough to counter it, then you are going to lose. So let's see if these guys are of that caliber or not. So you can see I'm just putting my drone where I want to go in. I'm just going to run in, walk up the stairs, and try to outgun everyone. Now, it's also a little bit boring, simply because it you can see our Ash is also on board to do this. It's a little boring because of the fact that if you do die off the start, that's pretty much wraps. Now, we are on the bomb site, as you can tell. We've got a lot of space. Now that we have a site, we can just chill. I'm just going to hold this washing machine. Does that sound like he's right beside me? Wrap around. Now it's just all guns from here. We're just going in. We're using our gun, keeping that gun up. We're trying to kill as many people as we can. We got one. Wasn't enough. My aim is obviously horrible, and I'm also playing with pretty high ping today, but that's okay, you know? So it didn't work. It didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The other advantage of using this playstyle as well is that if you can get in quick and get that initial contact, and let's say I get 1 or 2 kills, the rest of your team tends to get aggressive with you, and then you have an advantage if you do get that first pick. So playing with the team, like you saw, the Ash was going in too, so I can kind of trade off him. It didn't work this time, and that's the thing. It is very high risk, which is also a reason I'm not a fan of it. But many players, I would say the majority of players who are champion, like 80%, 75%, play like this. They play kind of ridiculously, at least in North America. If you're in Europe, I would not recommend using this style. I don't think too many people use it there. Europe tends to have a much more intelligent play style when it comes to the game, and they tend to play a lot smarter than this. But if you're in North America, 100% this is the play style to use, because like it's just almost a guarantee that you'll get to champ as long as you get good aim and good understanding of the map layout. Those are the 2 things that it takes, and they're the easiest skills to develop, in my opinion, rather than understanding every single aspect of the game and every single thing. It's just 2 of the simple skills to learn, which is why it's so effective for so many people. And you don't have to be like super good for it to actually work. Now, we're on an Outback attack. Those are tough. Outback attacks are pretty tough, so I'm not surprised that didn't work. But we'll move on to our second playstyle for the attack, because we are going to use these on defense as well to show them off on there as well. So the second playstyle that I would recommend is a like counter active playstyle. So you're reacting and countering what the other team is doing. Now, based on what they just did, they ran the Clash. I might bring a Thatcher. We don't have a hard breach. Now it's kind of, this is like the smart way to play the game, where you're reading not only the other team, but your own team and playing off of that. So this round, I'm actually not even going to counter the other team. I'm going to use this counteractive playstyle to counter my own team. I see that my team is playing Ashe. They're running in very fast. How can I actually help my teammates do what they need to do? I could bring the Lion. I would bring Dokkaebi if she wasn't banned. I could play a Ying and like come in from garage while the Ashe is pushing him from somewhere else. I can drone her in, and then at the same time, the other team is using that Clash. How do I counter the Clash? Can I do both these things at the same time? Well, I could play Yana. I could bring EMP grenades. That will let me EMP the Clash, and I could also clone Ashe in the building. So I'm not only countering the other team, but I am countering myself, and hopefully this is enough to establish control yet again, and hopefully win the round. You can see this Mozzie is one of the people that does the run and gun playstyle, because he is just absolutely bricked up on the garage door. Now, we did get him, which is good. He did take out one. That's the Ashe, so I'm not going to be cloning him in anytime soon. But you can see garage is looking pretty free. I can clone, actually, this garage for my team. Let's see. My team looks like they are not really coming garage side, so I could rotate to them, or I could just try to play off the aggression of this guy, which is what I'll do for now. I'll play smart. I'll use my drone. I'll use my utility to try and clear this guy out. Now, it is a soulless. He did just get off his scanner. And I whiffed like a moron. I did down him, actually. We are chilling. So, countering the enemy's aggression, playing very, very passive, very smart, very safe off the drone. And we don't even have to rush this kill. I can just keep my drone on. I'm going to wait for the revive. There we go. That gives me another kill. So playing very passive off the information I have, right? And now it's a 4v1. Got a few kills. And that's going to be a very easy way to win the round. All I had to do was really just sit there. Right? I sat outside the entire round. I killed 3 people because I'm capitalizing off the other team's aggression. Now, if the other team is not playing aggressive, I should not be baiting. It's not going to do anything except for waste my own time and not establish any control. But because they were, I can play it passive, use the info to gather the kills off their aggression and play it very smart and very safe. So that is personally my absolute favorite way to play the game. But there is one more that I kind of use sometimes. This is one that I pull out every once in a while, and I am a fan of it, and it is the direct site takes. So going directly for the site. This is an easy way to gain an advantage in the round, whether you're solo queue or in a stack. And it allows you essentially to put the other team on the back foot. You are still using your utility here. It is almost similar. It's almost like a hybrid of the two, right? Where the first one, you're just running through the building, taking every fight you see, trying to fight people. This is like that, except you're doing it right for the site, trying to kill the people on site using your utility, whether that's flashbangs, yings, gridlocks, OSA shields, and you're using that to plant the bomb. And once you planted the bomb, you can get into a post-plant position that benefits your team. So, how do we do this? Well, the site is party, and there's about 2 direct entrances in. One is the outside wall, so I could go thermite and try to open the outside wall. They might have a bandit. They might have, some sort of wall denial. Or I can go in through top garage, come through the window, use my yings to blind them, and try to do it that way. I could even go up this ladder, try to take garage, and then walk into site and plant the bomb. This is not the ideal site for it by any means. This is a site that I probably wouldn't do it on. But if you're on like border and you're attacking archives, it's a fantastic way to get the bomb down, get the advantage, and then win the round pretty straightforwardly and easily. So I'll try to do it here. It's going to be a little difficult just because we are on Outback. But we're still going to try, of course. Now, I'm not sure if there's anyone in garage right now. There's this soulless bottom garage again. I'm not going to worry too much with him. I will probably go into... Oh! Turns out the Mozzie was there too. I did not see him on the drone. Very late spawn kill by the Mozzie. I'm surprised he was still there, honestly. He must have heard me going on my drone and stuff through the window. Well, that didn't work, clearly. Because these guys are playing so aggressively. It's not like the most ideal strategy to use unless there was a way into the site. Like, let's say these guys are running this same aggressiveness on border and the site is Harmony, right? They're going to be peeking out of the east balcony. They're going to peek out of the CCTV door, maybe maybe both CCTV doors, or they're running it on the balcony. So when they're playing like that, what's a spot of the site that's very difficult for them to do that on? Well, it's the archives door. So I can use the archives window and the archives door to actually be aggressive onto the site myself, go where they aren't, plant the bomb, and now they have to come back and retake that when I have all these repels and all these angles that are very, very much for to my advantage. Well played, well played. Wow. Okay, so we won the round. Nice work. Insane aim, insane moves. And now we're on the defense. So how can we run these strats on the defense? The same exact way. Well, if you want to run the run and gun, you just pick Doc. Doc MP5. You can run Doc P90. You can pick Warden. All these brain dead operators with good guns that people just pick for no reason. Now you can elevate this. A lot of people pick Doc. I basically never play Doc. But if I want to play aggressively and spawn peek everything and just fight everyone, a good operator used for that is someone who can just place their utility right away. So that way, if you do die, you can still benefit your team with your utility. So that would be like Jaeger, but his gun's maybe not as good, so you might not do that. You could do Mozzie, put all his Mozzie drones down, have that high rate of fire Roni. You could do Cade if you really wanted, but he is a little slower. A lot of people like Doc and Rook. Obviously, MP5 has no recoil, and you have the ACOG sight, and you can heal yourself or have the extra health from the Rook armor. So there's obviously benefits to everyone, but I personally don't play Doc that much. When I do, I just feel like it's a cheat code because I'm just running around shooting everything. Now, why would you do this over the other two strategies? Well, I mean, of course, it is very straightforward. It is very easy. You're just peeking out, as you saw the other team. You know, you're just peeking stuff and shooting them when they come out of spawn. You're just getting a 50-50 gunfight. If you win the gunfight, you're getting the kill. You're taking a lot of pressure off early. On the defense especially, you are, you know, you're getting into situations where you're removing the attacker's utility, right? The attackers have to actually get to the building to use your utility. They can't place it right off the start of the round like you can. So that gives you a bit of advantage right at the start. I'm gonna hope they come around this corner. All right, we got 2 picks. Now we could just keep getting aggressive. This is a case where I probably would stop getting aggressive typically. But for these guys, I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to say it'd be smarter to stop getting aggressive. But when you're playing this role, typically the player that plays like this is constantly going for fights, constantly playing aggressively. It's almost like a training regime at that point, where they just keep getting aggressive and they keep getting aggressive so that they can like train themselves. Oh yeah, okay. No, yeah, we're cheating. Okay, that actually makes sense. The last replay was weird. I actually did see a comment on one of my recent videos. It's like, dude, not everyone's cheating. And to that comment, I just want to say I have at least one cheater in every single rank game that I've played for the past 3 months. Like, maybe 2 rank games I haven't. Like, maybe. So, yes, the cheating situation is extremely bad. And yes, if I say they are cheating, it is usually about like 99% chance that they're cheating. So, we have a cheat on our team, but that's fine because we have another strategy to run. And we'll pick Malusi for that. This is a little bit like the third attack strategy where it's like you're doing the direct site takes. This is the defensive version of that in a way. Instead of doing direct site takes because you're on defense, obviously can't do that. It's more like you're just picking the most OP operators on the defense. You're just picking the people with the most utility value and just using them every single time. Or all the time. Like you're picking like the 10 best operators with utility and just picking from those operators for each site, because like Malusi right now, she has 4 wubs. You're surrounding literally the entire site with information, and it's just a crippling amount of utility, so it's like very, very much worth picking her. She's just way better than a lot of operators right now, and if you're constantly picking operators with the best utility, you're just instantly giving yourself a slight advantage to win. So I think this is a very good strategy to use. And a lot of people are missing out on it because they're too busy picking Doc, right? Now that being said, you are sacrificing like what, an ACOG scope and some heals. At the same time, they can't get in anywhere without me knowing, and I'm never going to be caught off guard, always allowing me to have a slight advantage. I probably should have team killed this guy, but it's fine. We will talk about the third and final defense strategy right now, just because this guy is going to go hacker mode and kill everyone. Even if I team kill him, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to lose reputation because, you know, and then the next game we'll get another one. However, Ash is going in full What is the last strategy? I completely forgot. Right, the last strategy on defense, same as the attack, is the counter picking strategy. So if they're doing like the Ash main running into the building everywhere strategy, then you're gonna just pick mute. You're gonna pick mute. You're gonna put a mute down around the door, sit around the corner with a shotgun, and when the Ash starts sprinting at you, you peek out and you shotgun him one pump, and he has no time to react, and he's just dead. You hide in corners and you wait for people. You know, you pick common routes and you sit and you wait, and when they come flying around the corner, they are your bitch. You don't push up. You don't make noise. You just wait. And then when they're close, bam, shotgun, dead. There's so many people that will get absolutely blasted by this strategy. So counter picking as well on top of that is very important. If they're bringing hard breach or no wall denial, you can just place your bandit charge. If they are bringing the wall denial, you can bandit trick, and then you can still get their utility. So there's a lot of counterplay. However, the downside again is that you have to know all the operators and how they work. So I hope this video was helpful. I'll probably just end it here. We are definitely going to win. This guy is literally just aimbotting, so or maybe walling, one of the two. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite strategy and style is to play. And remember that if you guys become members by joining below, you will get early access to these videos along with the other members of the channel. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.